Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Hobby Corner. My name is Kev, and today is Monday. Hey, how you doing? I hope you're all well. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling fine. And I really need to get these the promo out earlier in the day. I keep rushing myself in the day, and then I forget to actually post the stuff up. Or in my case today, I went on the laptop before I went to work. I set up the live stream because you have to schedule it in advance on the laptop. You can't do it on the phone because it doesn't want to cross-pollinate for some reason. And then I thought, oh yeah, no, I'll just throw on the thumbnail later. But even though I'm using the desktop version of the website on my phone, it won't let me click the custom thumbnail button. You bastard. So I had to wait until I got home, then upload it, you know, all that jargon. But anyways, it's all technical YouTube jargon. You don't care about that. You're here to see some magnetic dice get fixed upon a surface and some shenanigans and one-sided fuckery. Oh, I love the fact that we're past 9 o'clock. So, you know, if they want to throw watershed nonsense at me, oh well, I don't care. This is the internet, bitch. Lovely bit of bin juice. Alright, so might as well have a look and see who's our early bird. So we have Bad Fish straight in there. It's telling us that he kept tropical fish in his underpants. Hey, how you doing, Void? He's an Avon representative. Oh dear, how dare you. I thought you'd enjoy the fact that I'd put your little meme that you made and put it on the starting soon screen. There you go, look. I'll show you. Just for you, mate. Because I liked it so much. So I thought, yeah, I'll put it up there. How you doing, Dan? I hope you're good. So yeah, I've got a new motor. I picked it up yesterday. It's actually really good for its age and for how much I paid for it. So should definitely get some life out of it. And it's an automatic. I've never driven an automatic. Well, I have driven an automatic before, but I never owned an automatic. And it's really weird. I always worry that I'm gonna put my left foot down rather than my right foot and end up with hitting the boat, you know, both the brake and the accelerator. And I keep going to change gear even though there's no gears to change. So that's something I have to get used to. But aside from that, I mean, it's actually really smooth. It's like driving a go-kart. It's not bad. Another thing I was a bit worried about was hill starts, because you know, like with a clutch and gear set, you gotta have a biting point, don't you, on the clutch, so that you don't roll back while you go and put your foot down on the accelerator to go. You don't have to do that with automatic. You just hold the brake pedal down, and then when you want to go, you lift it up and it acts as the clutch, which is weird, but you know, it works. So hey, we got Scroggy in the chat, and we've got the Painting Wookie and Boffnet. Wow, absolute legends, each and every one of you. Thank you very much for joining us. And of course, if you haven't already, please throw down a like, slap it as hard as you can without breaking your screen, because it all helps the channel, helps the algorithm. It's beautiful. And if you haven't already, you know, subscribed, I'm sure all of you have, and hitting that subscribe button really does help. And of course, all my social media links and affiliate links, and you know, if you want to sponsor an issue or join the membership on Buy Me a Coffee. All that good stuff is down there. It all goes towards helping the channel out. It spreads notoriety, gets more people involved so we can learn with each other, we can have fun with each other, and at the same time you get to support the channel and keep the lights on and the music flowing, of which we really need to get some music going. So I don't actually own issue 7. I need to turn that down on my headset. Sheesh. But Mr. Mark Fraser, who's well known in a lot of different groups, he actually sent me the pictures for the playthrough bit of issue 7. So I'll be getting issue 7 when pretty much anyone else gets it on their monthly delivery. As I said before, I was going to cancel the subscription, but because so many of you amazing, beautiful people have been sponsoring issues, I thought it's more reliable to keep that going, because then I am 100% guaranteed to get those issues at some point in the month, rather than risking it in the shop, because they couldn't guarantee that I could get every issue, and it saves money on postage as well. So yeah, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who has done so far. So with that all done, issue 7, shall we get to it? Now, the board is going to look very different now. As you see, it is very weird. So we have just 3 Necron Warriors and 2 Intercessors and 1 objective. That is the sum of it. So let's get down to the main stuff, shall we? So I'll be reading it off my phone because I've got the pictures here. But ooh, that's really coming up loud, isn't it? Very dramatic. Before we should say, just liking and saying hello, we'll catch up tomorrow. No problem, Mr. Scroggy. Thank you very much for popping by, dude. And the painting Wookiee gone and broke his screen. Well, you wouldn't be a Wookiee if you didn't, eh? Scratch. And then you're just like just stressing out because you broke it. Anyways, right, so we get some new rules today. Isn't it pretty flat surrounding area around London? Very little. No, north of London and sort of from North London and going westwards, you have quite a large hill range called the Chilterns, and it gets very steep on those. And High Wycombe is in a valley essentially, so you got really steep hills everywhere. Like no one's got any flat roads whatsoever. The only flat roads that exist are right bang in the middle of the town. So yeah. It's just fine. Okay, so you know what? Let's put my face on because it's more interesting than the table at the moment. So we got something new to look at today. We have got actually, you do need to see this because you want to see the. Here we go. So we got the wound rolls to look at now. So we got strength and toughness of the assault intercessor and the weapons themselves. So that's pretty cool. So we're moving along with those things. So S means strength, T means toughness. We get that now. Okay, that's quite self-explanatory. We know about rapid fire. We know about melee. And the pistol can be used within the engagement range, but it can only target models within the engagement range when it does so. So that means it's the only weapon, missile weapon, that's available at the moment that can fire while in combat. Okay. The Gauss Flare. doesn't do it, but it gets double attacks if the target is within half range. Okay, cool. So what we're really looking at is the wound table. So let me just expand it for you guys. I know it's a bit off color because again it was a picture that was screenshotted and then cropped. So there you go. So as you can see, if the strength is twice or more than the toughness of something that's being hit, then it's a 2+ to wound. If it's greater than the toughness, it's 3+. So for example, if the toughness is 3 and your strength 4, then that's what you do. If equal, so like toughness 3, strength 3, then of course you are hitting on 4s. If you're strength 3 and you're hitting toughness 4, so you're just lower than the toughness that you're hitting, and you'd wound on a 5+. And if you happen to be unlucky and you're trying to punch something that's twice as tough as you are strong, for example, if you're strength 4 and you're trying to hit something that's toughness 8, like the side of a small tank, then you're wounding it on 6+. So that's that. So I hope that's pretty clear. Just over there to remind us. It's always good to have that little thing up there. That's what she said. Oh, so there we go. So as you notice, there is no strength for the Necron Warrior. For whatever reason, we still can't do melee attacks with it. Oh, hey Hannah. Good. You missed me that much. You're now watching my show. Oh dear. It must be bad. I'm glad you're here though. Don't forget to throw down a like as well. And everyone in the chat, say hello to Hannah, the ever suffering wife. So yeah, that's it. We know what we're doing now. Now the objective is you have until turn 5 for the Necron Warriors to finish their turn upon the objective marker. These two assault intercessors need to stop that from happening by either delaying them or destroying them completely. That's it. If they die, well then, you know, that's game over as well. But we need to remember that the warriors only have 1 wound and the assault intercessors have 2 wounds, so they got twice as much life in them. Okay, so let's read through. Oh, what's this like? Oh yeah, here we go. Necron Resurgence. The Space Marine forces trapped within the depths of the Necron base on Magaria have begun to turn the tide of the battle in their favour. Yet, deep within the cold heart of the obsidian tomb, something awakens, stirring the Necron defenders to action. Ooh. Emergency command protocols flood the android brains of a trio of Necron warriors. A voice calls from the shadows, urging them to secure the Necron facility's inner sanctum. The Space Marines must not be allowed to breach the stasis chamber of the Necron nobility. Alright. The nobility awaken. Deep within the Necron base, the stasis chamber of the Necron nobility have sprung to life. Command protocols are sending awakened warriors to secure the chambers and protect their masters. Hunters in the darkness. As the Necron facility continues to flicker to life around them, the assault intercessors hunt their foes in the darkness. All the Fauxhammer must be destroyed. For the Emperor! There you go. That's all the drama you need, right? Okay, so without further ado, I think we should just shut up and start rolling some dice, right? Let me just adjust the brightness on that camera because there's a bit of glare on there. Configure. Here we go. Whoa! Overexposed. Why is it vibrating? Oh, yeah. Doing that and having an autofocus is not healthy. Okay. Alright, we'll have to change that. Let's just put it on, so, apply. There we go. Alright, smoothed it out. Alright, sorry about the glare. I could turn the big light off, I suppose. That's one less. And then I'll turn that big light off. Whoa! Turn that one back on. No. Let's have this one on. Screw it. There we go. Alright, I will put down a Spud from the Chilling Wargamers. How you doing, bro? And if you don't know who the Chilling Wargamers are, where have you been, people? Go check them out. They're absolutely fantastic. They do an amazing show almost every week. And of course, Spud, he runs the show for other videos and other streams as well. He's a good lad. Go check him out. Right, so let's get some dicey poos. So it starts with the whatchamacallits. The intercessors get to go first, so we're going to start with those. And of course, we've got all our stuff ready, haven't we? Let's just minimize that so I can get the screen up. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Right. Let's get going. So these dudes have got 6-inch move, but you know what? I'm going to get this one to run. Oh, absolute. Sorry. I need to adjust the magnets because the polarity is wrong. It's making the dice skip out. So this dude is going to advance 12. Alright. Hoorah! It's going straight forward. It's going for the kill. And this dude over here is going to run 9. There we go. So, that's their turn over and done with. They can't shoot or do anything else. Now remember, the terrain doesn't exist on the board, but in the next turn I will actually be putting down some terrain just to make it more interesting. But at the moment, right, these dudes are only go 5 inches. I've got to keep track of how many turns this is, so I'm going to put that dice just over there. So it's going to go far. And let's have that one come over there. Right. Now, what are we going to do? I think these two should shoot that one. Now, they're easily within range. They're both within 12-inch range as well. And as you see on their the weapon bit on the datasheet for the Necron Warrior, the Gauss Flayer, range 24, has rapid fire 1, which means they get 1 shot. But if you're within half range, you get 2 shots. So that's cool. So they got ballistic skill 3, so they'll be hitting that Space Marine on 3s. Ooh, nice. Alright. Ah, mate, no worries. Us chilling network brothers gotta have each other's back, you know what I mean? I know, man. That's a surprise as well. Must be all those squats. You got me on the big screen. Oh, lovely. Cheers, man. Love it. It looks so hodgepodge, though. Be honest, right? Okay, so what was I doing? Oh, yes. Now we need to roll for wounds. So you see the S, the strength of that Ghost Flare is 4. And then we look at the toughness of the Intercessor under the T, which is 4. So it's the same. It's equal. The strength equal to the toughness, which means we got a wound on 4s. Boom. No, it's because they're rapid fire. I believe assault weapons mean that you can shoot whenever. Let's have a look. What's the best 80s kids show? That's a trick question. There is no good 80s. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Right, let me just check the paperwork, right, that I got sent. What does it say? It just says double the attacks if the target is within range. That's it. The dudes moved. They shot twice because he was close. Yeah, that's rapid fire because they just walked forwards. So I needed 4s to wound, and I got 2 wounds. There we go. Huzzah! Right, that's 2 wounds right there. Now we need to make an armor save. Now the Assault Intercessor has an armor save of 3+, but the AP of the weapon, the armor piercing, is -1, which would bring that to a 4+. So you roll those 2 dice. He gone and saved it. The cheating sod. Okay, so nothing happens to him. Now this one's going to shoot over here at the Howling Griffin, and it's outside the double shot range. So he gets 1 shot at the 3+. It hits. And then he needs 4s to wound. It doesn't. That is just... It's those kind of rolls which make people say, oh look, dice are magnetic. Oxtails? Don't be silly. How you doing, Pirate Queen Pickle? Glad you're here. Don't forget, everyone, hit that like button while you're at it, because it does help the channel out, gets more people involved. And thank you to everyone for joining us. Now, they're not going to charge. I'm not going to charge them. That's silly. So we're going to go over to turn 2. And we're going to move this dude. Like so. And, ooh, okay. I'm going to move this dude over here. Right. Oh, the raccoons. I remember that. Okay, so now we're going to get some shooting done. Because they didn't advance, they just moved. So we have got a heavy bolt pistol that has an 18-inch range. It's pistol 1, so that means it's got 1 shot. And it's strength 4. So, where's the ballistic skill? BS is 3+. So this one's going to shoot over here. He misses! Oh no! So we are definitely in range, aren't we? Yeah. So he's going to shoot over here. It hits. Okay, and what's the strength of the pistol? Strength 4. So the toughness of the warrior is 4 as well. So it's 4s. So we go... It fails. It doesn't wound. Okay. So now we're going to declare charges. So we know how to do that. We just grab 2 dice. This one's going to be charging. He rolls 5. We know that's close enough. And then, ooh, let's see. Is this one going to charge anyone? No. You know what? I'm not going to charge him. I'm going to keep him back anyway. Because we've got to protect the objective. We've got to remember the objective is where it's all about. Right, let me just sort the focus out, because the focus seems to keep going in and out. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Apply. Done. That's better. All right. As you notice, I've got a knitted blanket on as well. Keep my legs warm. Right. Can I get a thumbs up in the chat for knitted blankets? Oh yeah. My mum made it for me for Christmas last year. It's lovely. All right. So now we're in combat. Right. Let's have a look and see. As we know, the Space Marines are the only ones who can actually fight in combat, as the tutorials say so far. What era was Sharky and George? Oh dear. A long time ago, mate. A long time ago. So, we get 2 attacks. So, you see under the A, it says 2. So, that's 2. You look at the weapon skill, the WS, and it says 3+. So, we need to roll those 2 dice and hit on the 3+. One of them hits. Okay. Now we look at the strength of the weapon. So the chainsword, the Astartes chainsword, it says strength user. So we look at his strength, which is 4. We know that strength 4 and toughness 4 is 4s. So we roll that. Oh, and it wounds. We're getting a wound. Okay, now let's have a look at the armor save. It's a 4+ for the Necron Warrior, with a -1 AP from the chainsword, making it a 5+. Let's have a look, see. He fails, and it's just been smashed to bits with the chainsaw. There you go. The sound effects are free. You know what? That is very pleasing. It says there's 10 people here, and there's 10 likes. I'm loving that. I'm sticking to the profiles from the playthroughs, mate. Walking the new people through the issues, and returning hobbyists as well. Next week we'll get new rules, and the week after we'll get more new rules. I'm expecting next week to be about reanimation protocols, so we'll have a look at that. So now it is the Necron turn. So, going to keep marching forward. Let's just go in that 5 inches. He's still going to 5 inches. Okay, I'm going to shoot them both. Again, they're within the half range, so they get double shots. On the 3+, they hit. All 4 hit. Nice. Alright, and of course the strength 4 against toughness 4 gives us 4s. Oh yeah, boy. Okay, that's 4 wounds. Let's have a look at the AP of the Gauss Flare. It is a -1, and the armor save of the Space Marine is a 3+, giving him a 4+ armor save. He fails too. So the Howling Griffin howls into the void as he's flayed atom by atom. You dead, boy. You dead, boy. Alright. Excellent. Okay. Now it is turn 3. And we go back to the Space Marines. Now, this dude is going to be peed if he doesn't get something done. So we only have a 1-inch engagement range at this stage as well, Spud. That's why he's so close. He's going to pop a shot off, and it hits. But does it wound? It needs 4s to wound. It wounds. It's got a -1 AP, giving the Necron Warrior a 5+ armor save. He saves it. Oh! Ching, ching, ching. All right. Go straight into the charge. He makes the charge. Woo! I'm going to have him turn around just for the thematic look of it. Right. 2 attacks. Let's do it. He needs 3s to hit. They both hit. Can he wound on 4s? He gets a wound in there. -1 AP. Did a 5-up armor save to the Necron Warrior. Let's go! He fails to save it. Another one bites the dust. Oh, mate. Looks like this one is definitely the man of the game, right? I'm going to have to paint him now. Yeah, because right now he's just primed black. Right, so that's his turn done. Ooh. Something tells me I should have ran one of them. It's going to get charged next turn anyway, isn't it? So, screw it. As long as we're getting closer. Alright. Get your 2 shots in there. Ooh, both hit. Get those 4s. Both wounds. Alright. Needs that 4-up armor save. He needs to be a Crimson Fist. Oh! It jumped out the box. Hang on. He takes a wound! Ah! Yeah. Oh, this is close now. Right. It is now turn 4. We've only got one more turn after this. Alright. Let's go. It wouldn't matter really, because he'll still be able to charge. So we get just outside of the engagement range. There we go. He takes a shot. It hits. Ooh. It wounds. Come on. Oh, he blows his head off. He's not fooled by the the Howling Griffin paint job, and he's slaughtered it. And victory, just ever so slightly, goes to the Space Marines. Okay, so we're gonna put them back into starting positions, and we're gonna go for round 2. This time I think I'm going to be less careful with the Necrons. And also, I did say we were going to put terrain in as well for this turn. So let's do it. Let's get the terrain in. Anywhere I see little boxes, I put the ammo crates down. There we go. Get some line of sight blocking going on there. Right. Got some barrels knocking about as well. And you get all of this stuff later on in the Imperium magazine. But I was fortunate enough to have the Conquest magazine before. So I've got these bits from that one. So let's restart the musics. What's the oh dear. Staff picks. Let's see what they go for. Whew, okay. Right. Let's see how much a bit of terrain affects the game. So again, starting with the Space Marines, they're obviously going to run. You know, let's put that like that because it's lols. So we'll have him advance. He's going 6, and this one advance over here is going 1, of course. So that one goes 7, and this one goes a mighty 12. All right. They can't shoot. Excuse me. Train is like issue 15, or I think it's 11. You get your first armor container, and I've already done a video on how to put it together with as little fuss as possible. How you can mix them up a bit, you know, like have some custom damage on there and stuff like that, and how to just paint them as quickly as possible. So it's all on the Conquest thing, but I'll post them up again if you guys want, when the time comes, or I even redo it. Who knows? Oh, you know, you can never have too many armor containers, right? Okay, so now it is the Necron turn. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to advance the middle one. 6. Whee! Okay, so he's going 11 inches because they only got a 5-inch move basic. And then I'm gonna march these the 5 inches straight forward to try and pose a threat to those warriors. Right, now let's get some shooting done. Of course, that one's within range. That one is not within the half range. So we'll start with this one over here. It only gets one shot against that one. Hey Robert, how you doing, mate? Coming in with the Superfly. Right, it hits, okay, and of course toughness for being hit by strength 4 weapon is a 4 to wound. It wounds. Woo! And then the AP -1, giving the Space Marine a 4+. Oh, he takes a wound. That's a massive chunk in his leg just sheared off. Ah! Oh, the Emperor, I shall avenge you. Right, this one over here, of course, is in the rapid fire range, as we can see, like that. So, he gets 2 shots, hitting on 3s. Only 1 hits. And then, of course, 4s to wound. Oh, he fails to wound. This one can't shoot because, of course, it advanced. So now we move into turn 2 for the Space Marines. So this one, I'm going to make him come over this way. Like that. And I'm going to keep this one advancing towards that one there. So let's get some shots. 1 pistol shot from him. He needs the 3s to hit and the 4s to wound. Doesn't wound. And the Howling Griffin over here, same again. 3s to hit and 4s to wound. Nothing again. Those magnets are working overtime tonight. Alright, so he's going to make a charge. He's just got to roll 3. I swear I roll snake eyes. Oh. Successfully charges. And over here, this one will need to roll a 6. Yeah, it makes it in. Ah! This is what you get for painting yourself like one of us. Alright, so combat. 2 dice from 2 attacks, hitting the Necron Warrior. He's 3s to hit. And he only gets 1 hit on it. But can it wound it? Strength 4, toughness 4. Doesn't wound it. Oh dear, oh dear. The Howling Griffin, is he going to fare better? 3s to hit. No. Does he get 4s to wound? No again. The Space Marines are not feeling the fervour of the Emperor. So, it is now the Necron turn. I'm going to advance this one over here. It's 2. Which means he could go a massive 7. Way. Oops. Just knock that one over. Right. So we can't we can move. We can walk them away. I'm walking away. Can't remember if we've gone over those fallback rules yet. I think we have. But it means you can't shoot. So there's... What can we do? I'm going to have a look at those pages. Hey, Kerry Commissar! You have a good one, buddy. Thank you so much for popping by. Right, so let's have a look at how they sort that out in this issue. So what do? I bet they don't get into it, do they? Those sods. Yeah, what do the Necrons do? What can the Necrons do? They just shoot? May find a bit of it there. Follow the playthrough, use the example. Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna say they could shoot. Why not? Ah, Rob! Absolute legend. Thank you so much, man. Alright, let's get to it. Yeah, we're going to say they can shoot. Solid. They're not going to put anything in. I'm going to say they shoot. So he's going to shoot this one. He gets his rapid fire out. Oops, I forgot that was there. He only gets one hit anyway. Is it enough? It wounds. Can he make the save? He doesn't, and he takes a wound. Oh, alright, and this one's going to shoot at him. Both hit. Needing 4s. Nothing happens. Okay. Now we move on to turn 3. Just not about wargaming. That's very true. Right. Okay, so let's do it. We have 2 Space Marines locked in combat. I don't want to pull them out of the combat because we want to get rid of those, so there's less chance of that, and they can always sprint back and take this one out. So let's carry on with the game. So as we know, the pistol allows us to shoot while within engagement range. So let's do it. The Marines can shoot as they have pistols in the shooting phase in combat. Yes, I know that, but Necrons, they've been given no melee attack. All they could do, I think, is just walk off, and there's no point in that, so I'll let them shoot, because why not? Anyways, so let's fire the pistol off for this one. Ooh, it hits and it wounds, but does it hurt it? It fails its armor save. It gets its head blown off. You're dead. Howling Griffin over here is going to pop a shot off, and he misses. Ah, okay. Now, this is where things get interesting because he's within charge range. Let's see, what else you need? 7. It's going to charge. He rolls an 11! It's going to shoulder barge the hell out of that poor Necron Warrior. Alright, so we'll start with the Howling Griffin over here. Gets 2 attacks. Both of them hit. He needs 4s to wound. Both of them wound. Let's make the armor save, which is a 5+. Oh, snake eyes! Chop, 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 chop! You're dead. That's what you get for pretending to be a Howling Griffin. You think you're sneaky. Over here, we get 2 attacks in there. Boom. Both of them hit. Need 4s to wound. Only 1. Can you make the armor save? Oh, oops, I dropped the dice. Oh no, that's going to annoy me. Right. 5 up armor save. Fails! He is hacked to bits! Ah! He's dead! Huzzah! So, what have we learned here? Added terrain did not help whatsoever. Just got back from tennis. How you doing, Frandog? Hey, Tress. The sound effects are international because we do the same over here on this side of the pond. Let's hear your best jet sound. My best jet sound. Is that okay? Or do you want actual like backpack jets, which like okay. Now let's see if letting the Necrons go first changes anything. This is the third and final round. So let's do it. I am going to advance all of them. So that one is going to go 3 inches more. This one is going to go 6 inches. And this one is going to go 1. Right, so that's a mighty 6-inch move for you. That's a fairly decent 12-inch move for you. And a 9-inch move for you. Okay. So that's their turnover. Let's get those Space Marines running as well. So I'm going to get this Howling Griffin to run around to there. Well, I say run, but it's just normal movement. And I'm actually going to pull this one over here as well. So he's got line of sight. He does. They both got line of sight. Alright. Howling Griffin's going to pop a shot off. It hits. He needs 4s. It fails. And the other one's got to shoot at it. It hits. And it fails to wound. Wow, there you go. By the way, this song is a spectacle. Right? You act like a douche, then you're a douche. Of course you're a douche. Alright, here we go. Turn 2. Let's do it, let's do it. Just gonna march you along here. Like so. Gonna march this one forward because of course I want them to get the shots. So I might as well bring this one forward over here as well. Can it see? It can see. And it's just within half range. Okay. So this one's going to shoot first at the Howling Griffin. It gets 2 shots. Let's get the 4s to wound. It makes a wound. With the -1 AP, Space Marine's got a 4+, which it fails. Takes a wound. This one's going to shoot at him now. 2 shots again. Oh, both wound. Sorry, both hit. Need to do 4s to wound. There we go. Another armor save of 4+, and he makes it. Easy peasy. Now, let's see. Have we got line of sight here? We do. Is it within the half range? Of course it is. 2 shots again. 1 hits. Let's get a wound going. No wounds. Okay. There's no point charging into combat because you've got no melee attack. So let's go over to the Space Marines. Right. I'm actually going to run him past. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to run him there. And I'm going to have this one over here. And I'm just going to charge the 1. Makes the charge. Easy peasy. Okay, let's get into combat. 2 attacks. No, actually, sorry, before we... Shouldn't have done the charge. I should have done the shots first. This one's going to shoot first. At this one over here. Hits. Get 4s to the wounds. Yep. 5 up armor save. Fails and blows his brains out. This one is going to shoot at this one. It misses. Okay, now it's going to do the charge. It makes the charge. It goes slap. Let's get his attacks in. Woo. Where are these likes coming from? Absolute mental. Big shout out to everyone. Thank you so much. Let's get those 2 attacks in. He needs 3s to hit. He's smacking him, but does it do anything? 4s to wound. Only one of them hurts. But is it a hurt enough, or is it a hurt not enough? -1 AP from the weapon gives it a 5 up armor save. It bounced right out because I've turned up the magnets too high. Let's just turn it down. Oh, he makes the armor save. Yes. Magnets go. Okay, right, it's turn 3. Necron Warrior over there is gonna advance his little socks off. He gets 1. Oh, that's so bad. Come on. Come on, you could have made the most of it. So he goes 6. That's just so bad. Right. Let's let this Necron get his shot. He's gonna shoot at that Howling Griffin. 2 shots. 1 wound. 4+ armor save. Hey, he's dead. There you go. That's for killing the one that looked like you. What armor save does my blanket have? Mate, it's a 4+ ward save. What are you on about, mate? Okay, now it is the Space Marine turn. He's going to pop a shot off. It hits, and he's forced to wound. It doesn't wound. Straight into combat. Gets 2 hits. He does. Does he get 2 wounds? He gets 1 wound. Necron Warrior making a 5 up armor save. Oh, leave it out. Hang on, I just have to bang the table. There you go. Fails the armor save. Gets his head smashed off. Bad luck to you. Alright. Turn 4. Now, let's see. Let's put that there. The Necron Warrior. Let's just check the rules, because the rules were quite clear. Saves blast damage. That's right, man. Now, it says the Necron player wins if a Necron Warrior is touching the objective marker at the start of their turn. Ah, so he's got to last the whole turn. Right, so I'm going to have him marching over there. He rolls a 4. That gives him 9 inches. Let's see. I'm going to have him on the far side. Over there. Just touching it. Okay. As far away as possible. Now, he's got to last a whole turn. If you don't, you're dead. Wait, just realised, did you add +1 for snug blanket cover? Right. So, it's movement time for the Space Marine. For the Emperor! He's gonna pop a shot off. It hits. It doesn't wound. That's okay, because he's gonna charge. And he makes the charge. This is it. If he doesn't kill this Necron Warrior, then the Necrons get a win. 2 attacks. 3 set. You know what? Actually, this music's way too funky for this. We need some suspense. Let's get the suspense up, yeah? 2 attacks. 3s to hit. Oh no! Oh! Fails! He started off as the you know, the MVP, and he ends up as just the worst. Oh, well, there you go. It goes to turn 5, the final turn of the game, the Necron's turn. It starts, and because he's in base contact with the objective, the Necrons win. So that means 2 out of 3 go to the Space Marines, and the Necrons got a win. Hey! Which goes to show anything can happen. So yeah, you know what, Spud? I'm gonna paint him as a Crimson Fist because he wins no games. Shots fired. But I'm messing, man. Big love to you, man. So yeah, that's it. So what did we learn in this game? We learned how to do wounding. We learned about our strength and toughness, and that music can get really loud sometimes. And I'm going to go back to, where was that funky? Murder. Yeah, that's it, man. I can't say anything, man. I'm petrified of tournaments. I've only been in 1 tournament, and I lost every. I was 14. I lost every game. I did walk away with sportsmanship award, which was cool. But yeah, I had like a glass frame with a certificate in it as well. No wooden spoon, like a proper certificate for best sportsmanship award. So, you know, that was basically saying, look, you lost really badly, but everyone had fun and scored you the highest, so it's okay. I wasted some of that. No, it's gonna be dead cold. Cold bin juice is horrible. Right, better get to the brews then. I know it's a school night, but hey ho. Anyways, so yes, a little bit of terrain can make a difference, and once you start getting the terrain in late issues, I think it is from issue 11, because issue 9 and 10 are Necron Warriors, then I think issue 11 you get what now? No, you don't get any. What am I on about? No, you don't. Let's googly Imperium magazine contents. There we go. It's Mr. Fauxhammer's thing. Always go check it out. It's always up to date with everything. It's currently waiting for them to send him the next update on what's coming up in the next 10 issues or so. And at the same time, he's working a lot, so yeah, he's been a bit behind on that, but you know, that's to be fair. 14-hour days he's been working. Feel it for him, man. Alright, let's go. There's a lot of information to get through. There we go. Ah, you know why that doesn't help? I've got it on 150 zoom. Ah. Let's go. So we get, issue 8 we get the Overlord, right? Then 9 and 10 is the Necron Warriors. And issue 11, oh yeah, issue 11 is the Librarian in the Phobos armor. You know, he's with the cloaks and stuff, and you get a dry brush. And then issue 12 is some paints. 13 is a unit of 5 assault intercessors. And then issue 14 is when you get your first armored container. There you go. So you have to wait another 6 issues. That's alright. That's not bad. So there we go. So we've got so much time left. These games are so much quicker than usual. Let's have a chinwag. What are you all up to? What you been doing hobby-wise? Let me know in the chat what you're working on this week. I need to start finishing projects, and I need to start actually finishing videos as well. Yeah, 9 and 10 are Necron Warriors. You get, I think you don't get 5, you get 10 in each, don't you? Let me just check. What's this say? It's the 2 sprues from the Indomitus box. So I'm not sure if you get, I think you get 5.5 in one issue and then 4.5 in the other, because I think the way they split the sprue was you got the front end of one on one sprue and the back end of the other on the other sprue. But you get both weapon options, so you can either arm them with the flayers or the reapers, and you also get 3 scarab bases over that time as well. So we'll see how they do it. And maybe they might mess it up, who knows. But it would be cool if they did the whole 10 in each issue. Just get that out, done and out of the way. So yeah, 2 parts for Necron. Okay, trying to finish issue 4 and the vid that goes with it. All right, we're working on the land radar, yeah, and the plasma inceptors. Nice. Shameful plug. It's not shameful, man. I've actually been watching your videos. They're quite good, man, so keep it up. It's always daunting to start off with, but once you get the swing of things, you know, keep the pace steady. Don't overwhelm yourself. And if you ever feel like it's starting to become too much of a chore, just take a break. If you go back on the release dates of all my old Conquest videos, and even through some of the Mortal Realms videos, you'll see I start off full steam ahead, like do 3 videos a week on just a single issue, knocking it out. You know, this is what is in there, then here's how to build and paint it, and then how to play. And I'll try and struggle to get that, staying up really late for it and everything, and then I'll just end up burning out after about 7 or 8 issues, and it was terrible. I was getting sick easy and everything. It wasn't good. So I just had to learn to hold back a bit. That's why I like what I'm doing now, because instead of doing a video for the playthroughs, okay, yeah, I got to add special effects and stuff, which was fun, but that took a lot of time to do. And I like being able to have this one-on-one, because you know, you can ask questions while I'm live, and I can answer them. Or, you know, look, just having the dice cam. The dice cam is last. Like, that's the best bit of the game, right? Because you never know if it's gonna roll anything. Look, let's see. 3 dice. Does any of them roll a 6? Not a single one. Right, now let me turn on the magnet. You know what I mean? Like, the way dice are is so weird. You're always going to roll a 6 eventually. But yeah, just throw the word magnet in there, and that's entertainment for ages. So yeah, no, that's why I prefer doing it like this. And then I'm doing the hobby hangout, the little chill session on Fridays. Sometimes I get a guest in, which is really nice. And you know, if anyone wants to be a guest on the show for Friday night hangout, just all you got to do is ask, you know. Just like me and Kev had the same Phantom disliker. Yeah, we all do, man. Actually, for a little while, I think it was like a couple of months, none of my videos got a dislike, and I actually started getting worried that you know, something had happened to them. Maybe Rona got them, or you know, a car accident or something. So you know, I got a bit worried for them. And then the dislikes started to appear again, and I was like, oh, okay, they're safe, that's good. You know, it's all engagement at the end of the day. But they take the time out to dislike every single live show and video, and that's commitment, you know. So yeah. Yeah, there's a reason why hang on, let's copy that, paste. Oh, I love this tune. Gotta be careful. Right, so here we go. There's a reason why I popped this up on the beginning of the show. I got to say thank you to Mr. Void for that. He's been badgering me with this the last couple of weeks now, and it's only evolved, you know. Like now it says how I've got a new motor, and before it wasn't even in Crimson Fist colours, you know. But he coloured it in. That's commitment right there. I like, look, it's got the magnets going brrr. Kev's magic mobile with the dice. Ah, I love it. I'm gonna keep that up there for a bit. Oh no, it disappeared. There we go. I get a dislike before the show has started. Yeah, I know for a little while people were saying it was me, but like, come on now. Am I the kind of person that would dislike a video for the sake of it? Nah. Stockholm Syndrome for your disliker. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. So yeah, it's going to be a busy week. Because I've been off for an entire week at work. Everything's in disarray. So for those who don't know, a few weeks back, we had some workmen in filling in gaps in the ceilings from when they were because we had some people in to test the structural integrity of the building, because it's an old manor. It's a B-listed building, but it's also got an extension on it as well. That's more recent. So every so often they have to check to make sure nothing's going wrong with it. And because the owner of the care home wants to build on site more buildings so he can have more people in, it means they've got to check everything. They've got to survey everything. So we had these random squares cut out the ceiling of some rooms where the joists were and stuff, so they could have a look. And of course, where new piping has been put in as well for the heating and everything, there was like, you got like just a quick spray insulation foam around them. So these guys came in to plug all those holes to keep it all fire safety, you know, official and all that nonsense. But they started off in the basement where I work with all the washing machines and the tumble dryers. And gotta put that back on there. And yeah, so the first day that they were there, they got sort of halfway through, and then they were sort of eyeing up where the pipes were going, and they thought they either go straight up or along the walls or straight across. So they go to drill either side of where they think the pipes are going to be, drill straight into a water pipe. So that was the thing. They flooded that room. All the water had to be turned off in the building, so I called it a day and said, look, because I was struggling to work around them anyway, so I couldn't get much done. The next day, they'd fixed that problem. They've replaced the pipe and they've fixed up the hole. They were carrying on fixing up other holes in the ceiling when one guy started cutting through one board in the ceiling, and it was like, hang on, this seems a bit like asbestos. Did we check, see if there's asbestos in the basement? And they were like, okay, let's go over the paperwork. And then they saw some asbestos in and they looked like the lights were over. They were like, oh shit. So I had to leave the room immediately, down tools and everything. They're onto the phone to their head office. Yeah, it's all like, it's gonna have to be quarantined, and that's it. So I told my boss, look, just give me like a few days holiday until you can sort something out, and then I'll be back. Because otherwise I was just doing tea, like serving tea to the you know, the people who live there, the residents, and there's only so much tea they can drink, you know. So I come back after that time. The washing machine had just been delivered. It's a domestic one, so it can only hold half the loads that the big one can, and the only place we can put it is in the apartment in the attic. So of course that had to be dragged up all the way up there, and the last set of stairs is very narrow. You can only just get the washing machine up there. But anyway, they weren't cowboys. No, they were like official workmen. They came in to fix it, and they had all the paperwork. But I think they because some rooms do have asbestos and some rooms don't, depending on the location of the building. And yeah, I think they just glossed over it. But either way, so we finally get the washing machine up there. But of course, everyone has been, all the carers who can, they've been taking loads, like big wash bags home to get done, you know, sheets and towels and clothes and stuff. And then when this washing machine comes, it, like, I can only do like in my 4-hour shift before, you know, after and before I got to drop off the kids and pick them up from school, I could only do like 3 loads, and then the stuff has to be hung up because we don't have a dryer, you know. So nothing was really getting done, and then it took a week before a dryer arrived. And again, that's a domestic one with a condenser, so it takes twice as long to dry stuff. So yeah, not much was getting done for a week. And then of course I was off for a whole week with man flu, so that was the thing. And when I come back, they had never been so happy to see me. They were struggling so much getting the laundry done and getting, you know, seeing to the staff, to the residents of that. But we started to get more organised, so we got big buckets for each room, so we could just pile the stuff in. Because before we had massive rails, you could hang all the stuff up, and it was sectioned off. That's room 1, that's room 2, so on and so forth. And in the attic, we didn't have any of that, so we got buckets to put their clothes in. We've got like 2 hangers now for little bits that didn't dry properly but can dry overnight. Some of the staff is still taking the stuff home because of course there's still too much to do. And yeah, but of course it's a case of the owner. He owns other care homes, but they're bigger. They got like 30 or 40, maybe even 50 residents in them. So they can have a company contracted to pick up the towels and the sheets, all that sort of stuff, like once a day, get it laundered and delivered the next day or 2 days later. With this care home, we haven't got enough people to do that. We use a lot of stuff, but not enough to warrant that. And of course, they would take them like 2-3 days to deliver the stuff back, in which case some of the residents who don't have a lot of clothes wouldn't be able to have any fresh clothes. So it's such an absolute pain, but we'll get it through. The people who are going to come and sort out the asbestos thing, they aren't coming until near the end of December. It's going to take a couple of weeks for them to go through it, test everything, make sure nothing's contaminated, and then yeah, that's it. So that's my life story. But now I picked up a car yesterday, so when the kids go back to school, I will be able to work a bit longer, because of course it's not going to take me an hour and a half to get them to school, and then an hour to get to work, and then an hour to go pick them up, and then another hour and a half to get home. It's just going to take me 15 minutes to drop them off, 15 minutes to get to work, and that's it, easy peasy. So yeah, that's my TED talk. I didn't destroy I destroyed my workplace and went on holiday. Oh dear, it's a Kevspiracy. Thank you. Any recommendations on camera setup which won't break the bank? Well, the rubbish camera that you see me on now, it looks worse than it is, because one, the lighting, it just doesn't agree with bright light straight on it. It's the camera built into the laptop, and the laptop is 8 years old, so it's not the best anyway. But also because I got zoomed in, because we got so much crap in the room. See, it's such a mess. Some of my wife's stock is there, but like the whole room all along there is just boxes of stock, and I got my little corner over here. So yeah, the thing is, people won't mind so much about your camera being bad as long as your sound is good, and sound is a tricky thing to do. Just a normal headset, a normal gaming headset is perfect, yeah, because it's got the little muffler on it. You get just the right levels of sound. You can't go wrong with it. When you start going into microphones, that's when it gets a bit more tricky. Of course, you get better quality sound, but it gets a bit trickier. You don't need to go really expensive cameras. I got this one, the Dice Cam. This one over here was my first webcam that I got, and I did my first live streams with that one. It's a manual focus, so you have to twist the lens around to focus in and out. And that cost me 30 quid. The tripod I got for a £5, easy peasy. Yeah, and then later on I got this one, which I got on a deal. It was like 50 quid. That was a big spend for me. But it was either spend that on this one, or get the one that everyone else was trying to get, the Logitech one, which was like over 100 quid. And I was like, nah, forget that. Forget it. This one is almost as good. So I did that. And then you can get like, these bendy clamps are really cheap to get. You know, it's just, over time you just build it up, but there's no rush for you to get the stuff, you know what I mean? So I hope that helps. I'm not gonna lie though, my microphone is a Blue Yeti. It's an older one, but they're still not cheap. They are quite expensive pieces of kit, and I got mine free because one of my subscribers, who is an absolute bloody legend, he saw that they were throwing away some tech because they got like e-wastage essentially, So they had like a big box of tech stuff that they're getting rid of, and he found there was absolutely nothing wrong with it. It was the cable, the USB cable, that was damaged. He said, just get a new USB cable and you should be fine. And I was like, okay, cool. Do you want anything for it? No. It's been listed as waste. It's going to get thrown out. Why waste it? So that was his big donation to the channel, and it was absolutely amazing. Though I completely forgot for months to replace the cable. So everyone was getting the audio off the laptop instead of the microphone, even though the microphone was showing there was power. So I was thinking there's something wrong with the microphone, the levels or whatever. No, everyone was just hearing the noise from the laptop because they were getting the laptop sound. And then I figured it out when I listened back, when I finally listened back to one of my shows. And I was like, you idiot. But there you go. That's another story. You learn as you go, you know. So yeah, man, that's my life story. But I'm sure like Spod's got plenty of stories about and advice about doing videos and live streaming and stuff. I mean, I used to try and film on this camera. Now I got this camera for my wife about over 10 years ago, easily 10 years, right? It's a Canon 1200D, right? You do have the ability to plug it into a screen like a laptop or a screen over there, and you can do like an autofocus using that, but it's got no flip out screen, so you can't see yourself when you're recording. So you're always out of focus unless you go and look around the back and then check yourself, or if it's plugged into a screen. If you've got it plugged into a screen and then you try and record, it doesn't record smooth. It comes out a bit janky. So that's why I don't use it for recording, even though it's a million times better than recording from my phone. But the thing is, phones are getting very good with their camera. Especially if you use the pro setting. The pro setting, you can do the fade in and out. You know, like the focus pull. You know, like the fancy zoom, I call it, but it's a focus pull. So you go like sort of blurred vision to focusing straight in on the thing. You know, just by sliding a bar up and down, or you can change the lighting and stuff like that. So my next phone is gonna have a better camera on it. I really got to sort that out, actually. I'm due an upgrade. So yeah, that's it. Use your phone. If you got a phone, use your phone. Plug a headset in if you can. If not, try and make sure you're in a carpeted room. That helps soak up some of the sound, so it doesn't bounce around too much. And yeah, easy peasy. Just that's all you need. Could you attach a mirror to the back? Yeah, I could. But how janky would that be? I'd be worried that the phone would just, the mirror would just fall off. There's no point. I did try and do it for like up-down things, but the problem with that was I kept going out of focus because whenever I'm painting, I don't stay still. I'm always moving back and forth, so I'm always out of view. It is a bloody pain. There's a lot of work that goes into it, so that's why every day I'm thankful that I get people who support the channel, who subscribe, who like, who donate, stuff like that, who use the affiliate links. You know. Because like the affiliate links don't cost you anything extra, because if you're already going to get the stuff, just click the link, and when you buy something I get a kickback and it helps the channel. And just by doing that, you know, it helps keep things going. So yeah, once again I want to say a massive thank you to everyone for all the support that I have been getting. So let's just hide that, shall we? Phones are a lot easier. They really are. It's a lot less faff. And you get a lot of YouTubers who are like, no, you've got to use a camera. It's got to be like, you know, the new M50 from Canon or some stupid stuff. And you got to have these different lenses and stuff. And it's just like, no, you don't. You can get little lens things. If you want fancy photography, you can use these little lens things that slot over the camera of your phone that are a fraction of the price of a proper camera lens. You know? That's a big boy money sort of thing. If you want to do it cheaper, get 20 quid, get different little slider things. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Waffling on enough. Necrons, they didn't do too well this game. Space Marines had it, and I think having these two face off really brought some enmity to the game. I'm still not sure I said that word right. But yeah. Sorry I don't make the shower more often. Oh, the show. That's alright, man. No, I appreciate the fact that you did stop by, and I know you're mad busy and you get up at the crack of morning. It's crazy. So yeah, big love to you, man, for popping in. And yeah, I wanted to say a big thank you to everyone for popping in. And as always, if you do want to help support the channel, just like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. That's the most basic thing you can do, and it, you know, it helps massively. Helps the channel get seen more. And of course, if you want to go beyond that, there are affiliate links to Forbidden Planet if you want to order your Imperium issues, or Element Games. Just hit that link. Use the codes that I put next to the link as well, because that gives you bonus loyalty points, which you can use to spend on more stuff. So that's awesome as well. And you get good savings on there as well. If you want to sponsor an issue, then again, just hit the Streamlabs link. Make a donation through that, or the Buy Me a Coffee link and do a donation through there. Either way, just let me know that it's for the Imperium issues, and you get a nice shout out on a whole episode dedicated to you and how amazing you are. And then of course, if you want to be an extra super legend, you can join the Buy Me a Coffee membership like this legend up here has, and it's little as £2 a month, and every month I send messages and stuff. The higher up the thing you go, the more perks you unlock. I am trying to sort out a Discord server as well. I just need someone who's gullible enough to help me like be an admin, because I'm not too good with Discord. I have to, it's a whole new thing to learn. But other perks as well, like reminders and stuff. If you go for the top pledge as well, you get a monthly hobby hangout. We'll get to chat or do whatever you want. So it's like stuff like that. It's, you know, it's my way of giving back to you guys, but at the same time, you feel like you're contributing to the channel more, and you're helping to support the channel, keep the lights on, the music rolling, and the dice going. Grrr. No sixes, sorry. Anyways, big love to you all. I hope you have a fantastic week. Don't forget, Friday at 9 PM we've got a hobby hangout. We're going to be spending it just catching up on stuff, getting projects finished and that. Also, don't forget, check out every Wednesday the Pickle Jar is live at 8 PM, and every Thursday at 8 PM you have the Chilling War Gamers, headlined by the fantastic Mr. Spud himself and his co-hosts Elston from Elston Nation, which occasionally goes live on a Friday just before my show, and Josh from the Pickle Jar, who, you know, is on Wednesdays. And yeah, don't forget, of course, Friday nights, if you stay up late enough, or if you're across the pond, it'll be around 8:30 for your time, Central Time I think it is. You got the Frost and Fists, which are an amazing channel as well. So go check them all out. Say hi from me. Throw them a sub and a like and all that goodness. And big love to you all. I hope you have a good night. I hope you have a good week. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.